Hi everybody, Dr. Bianchi here, and the next topic that we're going to be covering in our class is emotions. We're going to be looking at emotions and looking at what we know about how the brain is involved in our emotional responding. Now we see emotions across many species. Here we have a dog wagging its tail, looking pretty happy. Okay, here's a shark about to attack, getting into that predator-like mode. And here's a normal smile, typical human facial expression. Emotions contain a couple of different components. They contain some kind of behavior. It might be a facial expression. It might be a bodily expression. They contain a physiological aspect. And they also contain a cognitive aspect. What are we thinking and feeling when we're in that emotional state? Now, emotions are really important and adaptive. They allow us to tell other people in our environment how we feel, okay? They signal our internal state to others, and alternatively, being able to perceive the emotions of other people in your environment provides a lot of information about what's going on in that environment. So emotions are a key way that we communicate our internal state with others. We see that animals have similar emotions to humans, and we can trace the study of emotion all the way back to Charles Darwin. He argued that emotions are adaptive, they serve an evolutionary purpose, and that they're pretty constant across cultures and ages. Okay, and we'll see in a few moments that there are some basic human emotions and facial expressions that we see all over the world, regardless of your culture or your upbringing. Some common emotions include fear, anger, surprise, joy, sadness, and disgust. These are considered to be universal human emotions. We can go anywhere on the planet and people experience joy, people experience fear, people experience anger. And they map onto specific facial expressions that allow us to identify that emotional state. So up here, this is our typical fearful facial expression. Okay, eyes wide open, mouth open, okay, fearful, startled. Looking over here, we have a typical face that signals anger. Okay, you can see the eyebrows kind of clenching in. This is a typical angry face. Over here we have surprise. Okay, this person is surprised by what's happening in their environment. Okay, here's typical face for joy, a smile, sadness, and then an emotion that we don't always remember, but that is a cross-cultural human emotion, is disgust. Okay, being really grossed out or disgusted at something. Okay, so we see these emotions and these facial expressions all over the planet in humans. And if you really want to get in depth into these facial movements and muscles that are involved, there are particular patterns of muscle movement that allow us to predict and measure these facial expressions. So I just wanted to introduce to you this new topic of emotions that we're going to be covering. Okay, being able to not only experience emotions and signal that to others, but to also respond to other people's emotional states is highly adaptive. It provides a survival advantage for us, and it helps us navigate our environment. Emotions allow us to direct our behavior to solve ecologically relevant goals that need to be solved in our environment in order to navigate and thrive. So I look forward to our next video clip where we're going to get into more depth into what's going on in the brain when we are experiencing emotions. So I'll see you in that clip. Thanks.